Hey, I'm back. Here we are again in the garage. I recently rediscovered my 1982 Washburn studio acoustic guitar. I had one of these in high school and at some point got rid of it. I think maybe I had it in college for a bit. And then maybe about a dozen years ago I found one of these again. And I'm really into this guitar, except occasionally I forget I own it and put it away for 6 months. And then pull it out again and I go, oh yeah, this is actually pretty cool. So we're gonna play on the 1982 Washburn Studio Thin Line Acoustic. Look at it, it's pretty thin. It's like 3/4 the size of a normal guitar. Anyway, just playing some originals just so I don't forget how to play them. Entertaining nobody but myself and my dad, apparently. Well, I try to sit down and write something new, but it all comes out the same, and it's all about you. You're wedged inside my brain like a subway rider in Japan. Oh man, I wish I could return to the day before this all began. Instead of getting up in the morning, should have stayed in bed, especially today. Instead of going out to the bar, should have stayed home instead. And ooh, I'm gonna write me something new. And ooh, I'm gonna forget about you. Go out and find someone new, but they all just look the same, and none of them were you. You're blocking up my heart just like cholesterol, and you're fucking up my day just like a cannonball. Instead of getting up in the morning, should have stayed in bed. Instead of going out to the bar, should have stayed home instead. And ooh, I'm gonna write me something new. And ooh, I'm gonna forget about you. Write me something new. And ooh, I'm gonna forget about you. There we go, something new. Diego's looking for something new. He's digging around for it back there, distracting me from my mission. Now he's digging around up here, which is why the phone's moving around. That song has an alternate line in it, a clean and a dirty version. That was the dirty version. That's just in the mood I'm in for today. But anyway, howdy do to everybody watching out at home. Hope your lives are getting back to normal. Mine's actually getting worse. So, hallelujah to that. How can I sing with you? I guess you have to come here and stand 6 feet behind me. This is the farewell tour. T-shirts, short skirts, everybody sing along. This is the last encore. 2 bands, tramp stamps, rock until the final song. We never meant to set the world on fire. Thought we'd last a couple years. We started selling almost every show. We hired a roadie and an engineer. This is the farewell tour. T-shirts, short skirts, everybody sing along. This is the last encore. Tube amps, tramp stamps, rock until the final song. The songs weren't coming and we lost some fans. The drummer bought himself a Dairy Queen. We tried to fight the urge to phone it in, but this movie is headed for the final scene. This is the farewell tour. T-shirts, short skirts, everybody sing along. This is the last encore. Tube amps, tramp stamps, rock until the final song. This is the farewell tour. 8 tracks, mud flaps, everybody cheering us. This is the last encore. Break it all down, load it up in the bus. This is the farewell tour. This is the farewell tour. When my working day is through, well, I will always think of you, Steve from City Boy. Once I held you in my hand, but it slipped through just like sand. Tour. T-shirts, short skirts, everybody sing along. This is the last encore. Tube amps, tramp stamps, rock until the final song. This is the farewell tour. 8 tracks, mud flaps, everybody cheering us. This is the last encore. Break it all down, load it up in the bus. Tour. All right, in case you hadn't deduced, that was a song called Farewell Tour. I wrote maybe the first 10 seconds of it a long time ago, and I keep a little tape of little snippets that I've written, you know, over the years, or it's on my phone or whatever, and at some point that one came back up around again, and I finished writing it maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. So, that one came out pretty good. Here's one from my baby girl. She messed something up at work one day and she put a "Hello, my name is I messed up today" sticker on, and that inspired me to write this little ditty here. I guess I messed up today when I forgot to tell you that I love you. Oh yeah, I messed up today. I didn't mention I was thinking of you. A lot of people spend their whole lives trying to find their situation, end up running around in circles, or facing endless complications. I guess I messed up today when I forgot to tell you that I loved you. Yeah, I messed up today. I didn't mention I was thinking of you. Lots of people live in darkness, are never standing in the sunshine. Now I have a million reasons to wake up smiling mine now that you're mine. I guess I messed up today when I forgot to tell you that I loved you. Oh yeah, I messed up today. I didn't mention I was thinking of you. I messed up today. I messed up today. I guess I messed up today when I forgot to tell you that I loved you. Oh yeah, I messed up today. I didn't mention I was thinking of you. Yeah, I fucked up today when I forgot to tell you that I loved you. Yeah, I messed up today. I didn't mention I was thinking of Chris Van Breckle. Howdy do? Yep, out in the garage. I try to find somewhere where I won't bug the neighbors or, you know, get a little bit of privacy. Because after all, I'm a middle-aged guy. Middle-aged guys, we like our privacy. Oh yeah. Middle-aged guy wearing a hat, ain't fooling nobody, 'cause there's nothing up under that. Middle-aged wife, middle-aged car, casual Friday, yeah, it's happy hour at the bar for the middle-aged guy. The middle-aged guy. Middle-aged dreams around the golf with the boys. Middle management on the phone, yeah, it sounds just like a bunch of noise. Another victim of downsizing while your middle expands. I think I'll take up some rock climbing, might join a cover band of middle-aged guys. And a girl too. The middle-aged guy. Oh, I think I'll buy a tiny house. I'll live off the grid, yeah, I'll find a tiny spouse. Oh, I'll only kill what I can eat. I'll grind my own bread, build a shed to cure my meat. Middle-aged guy falls asleep in a chair, hasn't left the house for weeks, yeah, he's wallowing in his despair. Middle-aged suicide, it happens every day. But he just scored an interview and will consider a slight cut in pay. A middle-aged guy. The middle-aged guy is I. Indeed, another victim of downsizing. I joined that club today. But now, hey, I got all the time in the world to sit in my garage and play songs about my divorce. This is maybe the only one about that. I never can remember how the beginning goes, but maybe we'll get lucky. It's called Half of Us. Well, it ain't bad, but 1 out of 2 just makes me sad. 'Cause half of us are already gone, while half of us are still holding on. By a show of hands, how many of us want this thing to end? By a show of hands, how many don't? Well, that's a half of us. A half of us. Half of us. Well, you take the left and I'll take the right. You keep the day and I'll take the night. 'Cause half of us are halfway out the door, while half of us still hope for more. By a show of hands, how many of us want this thing to end? By a show of hands, how many don't? Well, that's half of us. A half of us. Half of us. You can stick around. That's the right chord. With your feet stuck in the ground. But my head's in the sky. Yeah, it's time for me to fly. By a show of hands, how many of us want this thing to end? By a show of hands, how many don't? Well, that's half of us. Half of us. Half of us. Hello to all who have joined us. That was a song about my ex-wife who said, "Is that a song about me? That's not really how the things went." Well, when you write the song, you get to write it the way you want things to go. So that's the story behind that. All these songs are brought to you by the capo in the second position. I've kind of found that's where I settle vocally. It just kind of makes it a little easier for me to get the notes out. Anyway, this is another song that is featuring the capo in position 2 on the 1982 Washburn Studio acoustic guitar, which once again I've rediscovered in my closet, and I'm actually digging on it. You kind of go rotate through guitars sometimes, and some of them just speak to you and some of them don't, but this one's doing pretty good right now for me. And it's going to play the song next called Taillight. You couldn't turn down the heat, so I'll be hitting the street. I gotta make my move. The needle's stuck in the groove, yeah. never even heard a word. You're going on, but I'm already gone, and you're screaming like a wounded bird. Well, every day was the same. No picture between the frames. You couldn't let it drop. Oh, but we just passed my stop, yeah. When you started talking, I just started walking. I never even heard a word. Going on, but I'm already gone, and you're screaming like a wounded bird. Hey, Chris, when you started talking, I just started walking right out of the mess you made. I tunneled out of prison while you got tunnel vision. So watch me as my taillights fade, baby. Watch me as they fade. I turn that key. I'm on my way. Alright, my throat's dry. So, that's where we're gonna stop. It's been a pleasure. Stay safe.